My top tip would be to give your deaf child time, as much time as you can possibly offer them, in terms of teaching them how to speak, teaching them about the world around them, taking photographs, looking at them, teaching them the words, time to rewind DVDs, and time to listen to them. And yeah, if you don't know what they say, if they don't know what you say, you never say nothing and walk away. You give them time. When Dilara was very young, we were lucky. There was her and me in the house. I didn't work, and I was able to give her lots of time. Over the years, your life changes, and I became aware that I wished I had more time to give her. She was at running club, she was at acting, I was at work. We met in a car occasionally, rushing from A to B. Especially when she had her second implant 3 years ago. We didn't devote enough time to the rehab, and I was comparing it to the first time around. So partly because I was able to give it, and partly because I couldn't. My advice would be a few different things. Number one is, don't have low expectations of your child because they're deaf. I think that parents, siblings, and all the people surrounding a deaf child should expect the same of that child as they do of any other kid in the class or in the team or in the family. But we have to do whatever it takes to enable the child to play on an even playing field. And we have to expect and fight for the teachers, the drama teacher, the outward bound coach, the ski instructor, to enable your child to do that. And sometimes that can have a varying degree of success. Other advice for families is, I think, probably the same as with any child. Your child's attitude changes. You know, you might have a 10-year-old who, and their hearing changes as well, or the device that they are using changes. So you might have a 10-year-old who has a great attitude towards life and their deafness and is managing really well. And then suddenly you might have a 13-year-old who's throwing a speech processor across the room at your head. Your child's going to change. Every child changes. Try to understand. Try to see how it is for them. Another bit of advice I would say is, don't always think it's the deafness. It could be because your kid is having a row with their best friend. It could be because they don't understand something that happened in the school classroom and everybody laughed at them. It could be because there's something else going on. We just found out Dilara's dyslexic. I thought she phoned people about her homework every night because she didn't hear it. Wasn't that at all. It was the dyslexia. So don't always assume it's the deafness.